Hello everyone, welcome to our update. A few years back when I lost my dad, I didn't publicize it, so I had some people who didn't know I was going through the lowest moments of my life reach out to say, hey, you're just doing your stuff, you hardly check up on others. And I just respond, it's well. Because what do you want me to tell you? Worst of all, some of them don't even ask you how you're doing before they start apportioning blames. This is my way of saying that some of us are very guilty of judging people from a distance. Oh, they haven't checked up on me in a while, I won't even check up on them. Really? And who said that they are the ones that have to check up on you? Do you even know what the hell they might be going through? And if it bothers you that much, then be the matured one to check up on them. You see, this mentality of it has to be this person because they are the first child, or that person because they are the husband, or that person because they play a certain role, is ruining the family and the society at large. Jessica Parker Kennedy said that entitlement is the grossest kind of human behavior because it makes you convince yourself that other people owe you responsibility, which is very bad because it stops you from appreciating the good in others. One thing that has really helped me as an individual is convincing myself that nobody owes me, because I realized that when you feel like people owe you, it increases your expectation of them. And fact is, humans have a high tendency to disappoint, so what to do? I also found that when you feel like people owe you, it can make you less or non-appreciative of their efforts as you begin to feel like it is your right. I met this man who was divorced a few weeks back, and I asked him what happened, and he said that he feels like it is his fault because he spoiled his wife. I was like, I don't understand, sir. I mean, everybody wants to be spoiled, right? And he said, well, that he always provided for her and of course did the cooking because he loves cooking. But the problem is that anytime he was not able to do the cooking, that the wife would not cook because she would just feel like, oh, you're the one that does the cooking, so you go do the cooking. I was like, anyways, I wouldn't judge a divorce from one side of the story. However, that's an entitlement mentality because she feels like it is her right for you to do the cooking. Even though, my opinion, I feel like a woman should cook. So, this anti-responsibility mentality has ruined a lot of homes. And sometimes you find that a couple is having issue and everybody is just crossing their leg, waiting to be the one to receive the apology. Or maybe your spouse buys you a gift that did not meet the specification, and so you're angry, and you have been angry for days now, and it's creeping into weeks. And you seem to forget that escalating these issues would actually create room for third parties to assess your marriage. My thing is, if a husband and a wife are having issues, who said that it has to be the wife that will apologize? Because as far as I'm concerned, apologizing to your wife doesn't take your place as the head of the home. And you've been going around angry all day, all week because you did not get the gift that you asked for. Where is it written that your husband always has to be the one to buy you gifts? Because as far as I know, buying him gifts sometimes doesn't take your place as the queen that you are. According to Dr. Steve Maraboli, entitlement is a cancerous thought that is void of gratitude and is deadly to our relationship. I tell you what, entitlement mentality will make you a complainer, as it makes you always want to be at the receiving end. Every minute, my boss did this, my boss did that, my colleague did this, my colleague did not do that. If everybody around you is doing everything wrong, the question is, what have you done to remedy it. I mean, people are going through stuff that they may never tell you. The least you want to do is show some empathy rather than drive them crazy. I had run into this lady whom I tested late last year, and she responded funny, so I moved on with my life. When I saw her, she apologized and told me they've been going through stuff, that her husband lost his job. And you could tell from the expression on her face that that means a lot to her family. As I walked down the hallway, I met this other man, and of course, I always see him with his wife. So I asked after the wife, and he said, oh, that she has severe arthritis and so she can't work. So you see, people are going through stuff that you may never know. So please be nice. Entitlement will make you frustrated, unhappy, and miserable. So do well to desist from it. Some parents raise kids to believe that they play a certain role in the family and so they should be treated in a certain way. It doesn't matter if they've been ordained to the shrine of their village. It's computer age. Let them know that nobody knows them beyond their little village, and that is the reality, so that they don't start to form an entitlement mentality at a very young age. I was raised in a family where the females did the kitchen and the guys did the real stuff. As much as I feel like it is great, I figure it is not an ideal way to raise kids in this era, because really we don't have control over their tomorrow. I have always thought that our parents owe us, but I have seen and heard of parents who never mothered or fathered their children for one day. I am not in any way making excuses for their irresponsibility. I'm just saying that we should learn to appreciate people's little efforts towards us, because really nobody owes us. And before you argue, what transaction did you have with them? Because if you don't have a proof, then they don't owe you. Finally, the Bible said, "You are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will give you the nations for an inheritance." So you see, next time you start to battle with an entitlement mentality, remember that it is only your Heavenly Father that owes you. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Be blessed. Bye.